What's going on, boys? It is Super Nintendo Dude here, back again with another video. And today I have something that is actually very different from the normal content that I make, and I feel like this is something that I should bring up and talk about since I actually have the information, and it's actually never been talked about on YouTube ever, which I found was to be really interesting. You guys are in for a treat. Yeah, let's just get started. Everybody knows the Nintendo New York store. It's Nintendo's flagship store. If you ever want to buy some Nintendo products, only Nintendo products everywhere instead of going to like a Target or Best Buy, this is the place where you want to go, where you only want to buy Nintendo, you only want to see Nintendo, and you want to be surrounded by a bunch of Nintendo fans who have that same burning passion as you do. Now, what if I told you that there was a man who was scamming his audience and was lying to the public about opening up the second Nintendo store in the entire world, blatantly, with no shame whatsoever? Well, that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. Now, this right here is Eran. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. He runs Tor Gaming, which is a Nintendo-themed store. But the thing is that he claims that he's actually an official part of Nintendo when he actually isn't. That's how he's advertised his company. What I'm going to show you guys today is a man who's actually scamming and lying to his entire audience, and just lying to Nintendo fans in general, which I find to be very scummy and very not okay in the slightest. I don't know why he thinks that this is okay, why this is something he wants to do, but it's something that he's doing as of now. Before I go into a deep dive and talk about everything that I'm going to expose this man for, I'm gonna bring up a video so you guys can actually get some kind of insight on why I decided to make this video, why I even wanted to talk about this, and why I wanted to bring this to light. So I'm just gonna play this news article here from I24 News English.
New kingdom in the Middle East. Since Tuesday, you can find Mario and the Kingdom of Vegasia in the heart of Tel Aviv in the Dizengoff Center. Teenagers are excited, but they are not the only ones.
I'm enjoying Smash Bros. Ultimate and like hyped for the fall when Banjo comes to that. And I've been enjoying Breath of the Wild, Kirby Star Allies.
10 a.m. in the morning, you can feel the tension. And then, finally, the curtain falls. Here is...
So, as of right now, everything looks pretty official for the most part. It looks like a Nintendo store. It's themed like a Nintendo store. It is advertised as a Nintendo store. It's not advertised as a different kind of store that's just only selling exclusive Nintendo products. It's advertised as Nintendo. This is advertised as this is Nintendo themselves releasing a second store in a random strip mall in Israel. Side note, before we move on, if you just look at these mascots right here, if you've ever seen the official Mario and Luigi mascots or costumes or whatever you want to call them, they don't look like this. They've had several commercials using the official ones, and all I'm gonna say is that they look a lot better than what I'm being shown right here. This isn't Mario and Luigi. This isn't even Wario or Waluigi, bro. This is Mario and Scaluigi. Like, I don't even know who these characters are, because all I know is that this is not Mario and Luigi.
The second Nintendo store in the world. 150 square meters of consoles, games, and official products that will soon be out of stock. From a few weeks ago,
the part about them saying that the products are official, from personally what I've seen, all the products do seem to be official. We're getting into that later, I promise. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the part where they talk to the guy who actually runs this whole thing, Eran.
Switch, and many more. Today, Nintendo is a leader of the sector with Sony and Microsoft. But a question remains, why did the brand choose the small Israeli market to open its second store?
That statement right there was not true. This is not Nintendo. These are lies. These were all made up, and this is not true in the slightest. But here we have Eran. This is the man who is scamming an audience and repping Nintendo in a very bad and horrible light, which I never thought I'd see the day of someone who would actively do this ever.
To work with the Nintendo European team.
That's one thing that also threw me off. He says Nintendo European team. I don't know why he wouldn't be talking to like at least the American branch or the Japanese branch, or well, that would actually be Nintendo, since they own it. That's where everything's happening at. It's Nintendo. But the European Nintendo, that kind of throws me off a little bit.
In a unique model of building the right customer experience for Nintendo fans in Israel.
Japanese aficionados.
Oh yeah, trust me. We're gonna talk about that experience a little bit later. Actually, we're probably gonna talk about that experience right now. Now let's see what let's go to the actual Twitter thread. By the way, you should follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Super N Dude. Couldn't put Nintendo in there. You know, it's too long. Super N Dude on Twitter, Instagram. I'd appreciate it. So this is the start of the thread. It was like, does Nintendo support Israel? And it was a thread because of, you know, everything that's going on in Palestine and stuff like that. People wanted to know where their money was going to, and I'm exposing a different piece of this puzzle. So this guy right here, Abdel52, please give him a follow. I would not be making this video if it wasn't for him. I don't know this guy, but I thank him very much for, you know, actually giving this information and doing a little bit of research himself. So what Abdel52 finds is that there's one official sword in Israel. At least that's what he thinks as of making this Twitter thread. But the further he goes on, he finds an Instagram account. This is the Instagram. He finds the Instagram and he's suspect on it because it says Nintendo IL distributor. Other Nintendo accounts such as Hong Kong, Brazil, other places like that, they don't have distributor on them. They're just Nintendo of America, Nintendo of Japan, Nintendo of Brazil, etc. Other Nintendo accounts aren't like this, and what Abdel actually shows here is that none of the other official Nintendo accounts are actually following this one. None of them, right here. Speaking of other Nintendo accounts, none of them seem to be following the Israel one. Wouldn't that be weird? All the other Nintendo accounts, they at least follow each other somewhat, which, you know, makes sense. It's Nintendo following Nintendo. Why wouldn't Nintendo follow something that isn't there? And it also says right here that this account follows a bunch of weird random people. Who are these people? Is somebody here getting a game? Are they gonna voice somebody in the new Mario movie? Like, what is going on here? I don't get this. Who's Shakar Psychosis? I don't get it. This makes no sense. All of this is super weird. You keep on going and they find the thing that makes everything look so suspect. This is the thing that makes it look so weird. A Discord is actually crazy. That's wild. That's not normal. That's not normal. A Discord? Nintendo having a Discord? They have a Discord. Nintendo would never have a Discord. If Nintendo had a Discord, it's actually wraps for the future of Nintendo. If we had a Discord, who knows what kind of stuff would be happening if Nintendo had an official Discord. It would be over. It would be the worst part of the Nintendo community all gathered up in one space. Hey, make sure the Smash players aren't getting in there, because if the Smash players are getting in,
so y'all need to hide your kids.
And it says it's super unprofessional and random accounts have admins, stuff like that. And it's true. Actually, I at least did research a couple of weeks ago, maybe months ago. I wasn't too sure when I made it. I think it was at least two months ago. And the Discord is gone, actually. I couldn't find the Discord anymore. I'm gonna put up some footage of me actually being in the Discord. If I did record any, it'll be right up here. And it was super weird. Random people had admin. Everybody in there, when this Twitter thread came out, they were getting bashed, slandered. Everybody was hating them. Nobody liked them. It was terrible. I'm just gonna read the whole thing so everybody can get your own judgment, your own idea from somebody who actually went inside the store and talked about how the experience was actually very, very terrible. So it says here what they're basically talking about is that they went to the Nintendo store in Israel. Apparently, it's not Nintendo Israel, as what I was just saying. It's not an official Nintendo branch or anything like that. The store is called Tour Gaming, and that's the experience with them. And this is this person's experience with them. They were an authorized seller. So them being an authorized seller, they're able to sell Nintendo products legally, just like I said earlier, like your Target, your Walmarts, your GameStop, stuff like that. They were selling Nintendo 3DS XLs for 150% up MSRP. They were bumping up the charges. This is a blatant scam, and this isn't something that you can do. Imagine if you were going to your local Target or your local Walmart and you said, hey, I want to pick up a Nintendo game. And Target's like, hey, we actually raised the price on those. Your Mario Kart 8, which is normally sold for $50 now, is now going to be sold for $100. Have fun, either pay it or, you know, I guess you're just not getting the game. That's crazy. And selling Nintendo Switches for $450 is actually insane. Nintendo Switches retail for $300. The OLED and some other Switches that bundle in with games and stuff are $350. They didn't even acknowledge the stick drift problem. If you didn't know, Nintendo got sued for their stick drift. Their stick drift was so bad on the Nintendo Switch, they got sued and they now are obligated to give people free or repaired Joy-Cons if they send them into Nintendo. It costs $3. $3. You could probably go outside, for an hour and find $3 laying around on the ground and some pennies or some dollars or something like that. You could hustle $3 easy and quick for new Joy-Cons. Joy-Cons are like $80 to $90. Later in the video, we're also going to go to the website, because the website is egregious, and it says they seem so distant from the Nintendo community, so much so when they launched their site, they had a Wii U and Smash 4 bundle on the front page. At least a week or two before, when the Switch was coming out, the Nintendo NYC store changed, as in that they were placing more Nintendo Switch products and rolling out the Wii U ones. The Wii U flopped. The Switch looks like it is going up. Like, it looks like it's getting boosted up. It is on the uprise right now, and they were getting those Wii U products out of there. So tell me why, when they release a new one in 2019, I believe, that they wouldn't have Switch stuff on like a website. Why would they be advertising stuff for Smash 4 2 years after the Switch came out? 3 years after the Switch got revealed. Why would they be showing off Wii U products? It makes no sense. They don't even have repair labs ready. They don't have repair labs ready. You're gonna have to fork over some money for drift. They don't even believe in drift. If this was officially Nintendo and they were used to fix your Joy-Con, that's a lawsuit. That is literally a lawsuit waiting to happen. I cannot explain that enough. And they claim to be officially Nintendo. As you can see here, it shows that they just import gaming products, which I said, nothing illegal or shady on that end. So I brought up the official website. The website actually got cleaned up a little bit since the last time I visited it, because I think with the Twitter thread, they caught a little bit of heat somewhat. That's just my guess. I have no proof that it did. But one thing that I do have proof of, and I'm pretty sure that I did record, is that they were selling several items that Nintendo hasn't even been selling anymore. They were selling Nintendo Switch bundles, and if you remember back when Super Mario 3D All-Stars was coming out, they were selling Game & Watches. They had a Super Mario Game & Watch. I think it was for the 35th anniversary of Mario. They had Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and they had those Game & Watches. They had a Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch, for the NES, and a Legend of Zelda Game & Watch. I'm pretty sure they played games and it had a clock on it, something like that. And they were selling these in Switch bundles, and I don't believe that Nintendo's actually ever sold these in bundles together, but that's what the store was doing. And except for 2 months ago, they still had these bundles up. Or it could have even been a month ago. They still had these bundles up for like $500. It was absolutely insane. So let's just plug in what we have here, the costs for everything, and let's just compare it. Let's just compare it. Let's see. We got a normal Nintendo Switch, and we also have an OLED Switch. I'm gonna take both of the numbers and see how much they retail for. Like I said, mind you, I'm gonna convert these to USD. Would you look at that? If you want a Nintendo Switch in Israel, I hope you're ready to fork over $411.64. I don't even know if they have taxes or not. They could be even more if there was taxes. But you know what? The Switch is old. Who even watch a base model Nintendo Switch? Let's get an OLED Switch together. How much is that gonna cost? $478. Yeah. Wow. $478 for a OLED. No games, no nothing. And mind you, they had bundles with Game & Watches where the prices were even higher before. And this is on sale too. Apparently this is their sale. Their sale is this much from the these prices got slashed. Apparently it was even higher. Wait, let me just add this up. Let me just round up to 1,900 for this currency. $504 for a Nintendo Switch. Great. It's fire. These are scams. These are blatant scams. They're getting scammed. If you're buying products from here, you are getting scammed. Your money is being taken from you. This is why I think that Eran is such a scummy person. He runs this. This is his. This is yours. You're claiming that you're Nintendo. You're claiming that this is all official. You're not selling at official prices, man. I don't know what to tell you. I found his website. It's called Tor Gaming. It was a simple Google search. I found it on here too. Let's see how more self-centered this guy can get. Let's just see. Perfect successful track record with Apple, Xbox, Nintendo, and other international brands in Israel. Perfect track record? Your perfect track record is lying to consumers, lying to the news, lying to the people, upcharging on Nintendo products for what they're actually worth. You're a scammer. Perfect track record. You better pray Nintendo never gets a hold of you, or you never fly on Nintendo's radar. If you ever get on Nintendo's radar, the ninjas are gonna come through. They're gonna slice you up, cut you up, mail you, and ship you over to Tokyo, man. They're gonna find you. We saw somebody talking to you on Reddit. We saw somebody talk about you on Reddit. You don't have a perfect track record at all, and you're lucky nobody has caught you yet. You're so lucky. Until this day. Great, Eran. Eran. I don't know how to say it. I just kept on calling him Eran. I'm American. I'm sorry. And is a proud Zionist too. Like, imagine if a Nintendo ambassador was just openly a Zionist. It is a mess. It is a mockery of Nintendo and its community. And you are so lucky you haven't been caught, but hopefully one day you will actually get what's coming to you, Eran. And Eran Tor, I think you should be ashamed of yourself for trying to do this to our community and pretending that you're actually a very solid and great figurehead in our community. You're not. You never will be, and it's disgraceful. It's shameful. But I really do appreciate this guy for at least bringing something to light, and for me, I was just curious. I'm just one nosy Nintendo fan. I was like, hey, what if I did some research? What can I find? What can I find if I did a little bit of research? And this is what I found. This is what I found. So thank you very much. I think you guys should give him a follow. I don't know this guy, but here it is right here. Go follow him. Go follow him. Go. Man, this video is really different. This has been Super Nintendo Dude, and I will see you guys in the next one. See you, boys. I'm out.